Your soulmate was told to forget you, but heaven just reconnected you both. My beloved child, tonight the heavens lean closer than ever because something huge is waiting for you. Listen carefully. A revelation has been released with your name on it. For months, there was a force, human or spiritual, that whispered into your soulmate's ears, forget them. Move on. Erase every memory. And your soulmate tried. Oh, they tried so hard. But every attempt to forget you only carved your name deeper into their heart. What they were told to walk away from their soul refused to release. And now heaven has stepped in. A divine order has gone out. Reconnect what was separated. Restore what was broken. My beloved child, the moment you are watching this, the reconnection has already begun. Amen. Blessing 111. But hear this new opening because it changes everything. Last night in the unseen realm, a meeting took place about you. Yes, you. Your soulmate spirit was called into a place where earthly rules don't apply, where truth flows like light, where lies cannot survive. And there they were shown the exact moment they were told to forget you, the confusion in their chest, the heaviness in their breath, the strange ache they felt even when they tried to smile. They were told it was for the best, but heaven revealed the hidden truth. Someone feared the connection you both share. Someone who sensed that when you two finally unite, destinies shift and blessings multiply. This wasn't just love. It was a divine partnership. And removing you was never part of heaven's plan. My beloved child, now the universe has reopened the path between you two. Amen. Blessing 222. Now listen to this fresh beginning line because this is where the twist becomes unstoppable. The reconnection doesn't start with a message or a call or an apology. It starts with a pull. A magnetic force your soulmate can no longer fight. Today as they woke up something felt different. A memory returned that had been buried. A dream replayed that they thought they had forgotten. A sudden urgency rose inside them like I need to find them. I need to talk to them. I need to go back. This is heaven activating the spiritual cord that never broke even when the world tried to cut it. And right now your soulmate is feeling an unexplainable pressure on their heart. Your name echoing louder than ever before. My beloved child, the divine reconnection has entered phase 1 and nothing can stop what has already been written. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, a new wave of truth is rising toward you and something huge is waiting for you. What you're about to hear is not ordinary. It's the exact moment heaven reactivated the bond that someone tried to destroy. When your soulmate was pressured to forget you, it wasn't because the love was weak. It was because the connection was too powerful. Someone around them felt threatened by how deeply they felt for you. They thought if I separate them now, the future they're meant to build will collapse. But heaven never approved that separation. And last night, the spiritual blockage snapped. The chain broke. The order to forget you expired. And the first person heaven notified was your soulmate. My beloved child, they are awakening from a long emotional sleep. And every heartbeat is guiding them back to you. Amen. Blessing 444. But hear this new opening because this is where destiny flips. Moments ago, your soulmate felt something they haven't felt in a long time. A sudden rush of remembering. Their chest tightened. Their hands shook. A forgotten moment of you flashed in their mind like lightning. This was not nostalgia. This was divine activation. Heaven showed them a scene. You standing in your strength, waiting without complaining, holding space for a connection that was silenced but never dead. And when they saw that vision, something burst inside them. Remorse, longing, clarity. They realized. I never wanted to let them go. I was told to forget, but my heart never agreed. And now they can no longer run from the truth. You are the one their soul keeps returning to, no matter how far they drift. My beloved child, the reconnection is no longer spiritual. It is entering the physical realm. Amen. Blessing 555. Now listen to this fresh entry because this is the part heaven needs you to understand. Your soulmate is about to break a silence that has lasted far too long. The words they could never say before. They're finally ready to speak. They're going to tell you why they became distant, why they acted confused, why their emotions felt inconsistent, and when they tell you the truth, you will realize they were not heartless. They were helpless. They were fighting a voice that wasn't their own. They were torn between what their heart felt and what someone else demanded of them. But heaven never lets manipulation win. So now your soulmate is preparing for a move that will shock you. A message. A call, a visit, something that breaks the silence in a powerful way. My beloved child, prepare yourself because heaven has pressed reconnect and the next chapter of your destiny is about to open. Amen. Blessing 666. My beloved child, lean in because from this moment forward, something huge is waiting for you. Heaven has begun revealing the hidden parts of your soulmate's journey. Parts you were never meant to carry. Parts that would have broken you had you known earlier. When they were told to forget you, they didn't walk away freely. They walked away wounded. Every step felt wrong. Every day felt incomplete. And yet they forced themselves to pretend. But last night, heaven pulled back the curtain. Clear's throat, your soulmate finally understood who pushed them away from you and why. And that realization has shaken them to the core. My beloved child, what they believed was protection was actually someone's insecurity, jealousy, or fear. Now that truth has surfaced, your soulmate is ready to return, not with confusion, but with clarity stronger than ever. Amen. Blessing 777. Now hear this new opening because heaven showed your soulmate something they cannot ignore anymore. A future without you looked empty, lifeless, and directionless. They tried to distract themselves, to silence the memories, to pretend they were healed, but every attempt failed. And today when they looked at themselves in the mirror, they felt it. A spiritual tug, a whisper in their soul saying, "Go back. The one you left is the one you're meant for." This wasn't guilt. This wasn't loneliness. This was divine redirection. Heaven has begun rewiring their emotions, reopening doors that were shut, restoring feelings that were suppressed. My beloved child, they are finally realizing that the connection they share with you is not replaceable, not breakable, not forgettable. Amen. Blessing 888. Listen to this fresh beginning. Because this is the part heaven has saved for you alone. Your soulmate is entering the stage of restoration. This is where they stop running, stop doubting, and start acting. A message is forming. A confession is rising. Their heart is preparing to tell you everything. Why they disappeared, who influenced them, what they felt, and how, every night they wished things could be different. But here's the biggest twist. Heaven didn't just reconnect you emotionally. Heaven has assigned a specific moment when your paths will collide again. Something unexpected, an encounter, a call, a sudden emotional breakthrough is coming your way. And when that moment arrives, the distance between you will dissolve instantly. My beloved child, the reconnection is no longer a possibility. It is a divine certainty. Amen. Blessing 999. My beloved child, prepare yourself, because something huge is waiting for you. Heaven has now stepped into the part of your story where hidden motives, secret conversations, and the real reason behind your soulmate's disappearance come into the light. Someone didn't just advise them to forget you. Someone strategically interfered. Someone who knew the power you two carry when united. And tonight, heaven exposed that person. Your soulmate has finally realized that the distance wasn't a choice. It was manipulation wrapped in concern. Their heart is burning with the need to correct the mistake, to return to the one love their soul never allowed them to release. My beloved child, the divine clock just struck the hour of awakening. Amen. Blessing 1111. Now hear this powerful new opening, because this is where the shift becomes unstoppable. Your soulmate is replaying every moment they spent with you. Your voice, your presence, your patience, the way your energy felt like home. These memories were supposed to disappear, but instead they returned, with more intensity than ever. They woke up with your name resting on their lips and your image glowing in their mind. This isn't coincidence. This isn't random. This is heaven restoring what interference tried to steal. Every suppressed emotion is resurfacing. Every buried feeling is rising. Every unanswered question is demanding closure. My beloved child, your soulmate is no longer confused. They are determined. Amen. Blessing 1212. Now listen to this fresh beginning, because this is the moment heaven is preparing you for. Your soulmate is about to break a barrier they never had the courage to cross before. They may reach out suddenly at a time you least expect with a message that shocks you, a confession that melts your anger, or a truth that rewrites everything you believed about their silence. Heaven is guiding their steps, softening their heart and pushing them toward reconciliation. And the person who once tried to separate you, their influence is fading rapidly. Divine intervention has overridden their intentions. My beloved child, nothing and no one can stop the reconnection that heaven has already approved. The next chapter is about to begin, and it carries restoration, clarity, and divine justice. Amen. Blessing 1313. My beloved child, the moment you are stepping into right now is charged with destiny and something huge is waiting for you. Heaven has begun aligning pieces that were scattered for months. Thoughts, emotions, memories, signs, dreams, all pointing your soulmate back toward you. What was once blocked is now wide open. The interference that pushed them away is losing all spiritual authority. Your soulmate is feeling a powerful inner shift. A sudden clarity that refuses to be ignored. They are realizing that every attempt to move on only proved one thing. Their heart was never meant to release you. My beloved child, the reconnection has entered its most intense stage. Amen. Blessing 14:14. Now hear this fresh opening because heaven is revealing a detail that changes everything. Your soulmate has recently discovered something that shocked them. A truth about the person or situation that convinced them to forget you. Something was hidden and now it has been exposed. This revelation has ignited a fire inside them. A fierce need to correct the wrong, to reclaim what was stolen, to return to the love that was unfairly interrupted. They are replaying conversations, analyzing moments, noticing red flags they ignored. And with every realization, their heart is pulling closer to you with unstoppable force. My beloved child, the veil has lifted and your soulmate finally sees your value with crystal clarity. Amen. Blessing 15:15. Listen to this new beginning because heaven is preparing a moment you cannot predict. The emotional pressure inside your soulmate is reaching its breaking point. They can no longer swallow their feelings, no longer pretend they don't care, no longer hide the truth from themselves or from you. A moment is coming where they will reach out, not out of impulse, but out of divine alignment. Their message will carry depth, honesty, and a vulnerability you've never seen before. Something in their heart is whispering, "This time I won't lose them. This time I choose them." My beloved child, your love story is shifting from separation to restoration, from silence to communication. From confusion to divine clarity. Heaven is guiding their next step toward you, and it will be powerful. Amen. Blessing 1616. My beloved child, breathe deeply because from this moment forward, something huge is waiting for you. Heaven has moved you and your soulmate into the phase where emotions become undeniable and the truth becomes louder than every lie that once separated you. Your soulmate is experiencing a sudden emotional awakening, an overwhelming realization that the love they tried to bury has only grown stronger. The attempts to forget you have failed completely. The pressure in their spirit is rising and heaven is guiding them step by step back toward you. My beloved child. The reconnection has now become a divine priority. Amen. Blessing 1717. Now hear this new and powerful opening because this is where the story sharpens. Your soulmate has started questioning everything. They are questioning why they listened to the wrong advice. They are questioning who truly wanted to separate you. They are questioning what life even means without the person who made them feel understood, grounded, alive, you. And with every question, the truth becomes clearer. Letting you go was the biggest emotional wound they've ever carried. The regret is catching up. The longing is intensifying. The silence around them feels heavier than ever. Your absence has created an echo in their heart that refuses to quiet down. My beloved child, they are finally admitting to themselves that you were not a chapter. You were the destiny. Amen. Blessing 18:18. Now listen to this fresh beginning because heaven is revealing what happens next. Your soulmate is reaching a point where they can no longer keep their emotions inside. Their heart is overflowing with words they never got to say. They're replaying your smile, your voice, the comfort of your energy, and it's overwhelming them. Something inside them is whispering, this connection didn't end. I ended it and I need to fix it. They are preparing for a vulnerable moment, a confession, an emotional release, a truth that they kept buried to protect someone else's comfort. But this time, heaven won't let them hesitate. This reconnection is divinely timed, spiritually approved, and guided by forces bigger than both of you. When they return, it will not be with half-hearted gestures. It will be with honesty, clarity, and a desire to rebuild. My beloved child, get ready. Your soulmate is stepping back into your story with purpose. Amen. Blessing 1919. My beloved child, stay right here because something huge is waiting for you. And this part carries the heaviest truth yet. Your soulmate has reached the point where the inner battle can no longer continue. The emotional suppression, the forced forgetting, the pretending, it's collapsing. Heaven is pulling their heart toward you with a force they cannot outrun anymore. They're feeling a strange mix of urgency and peace, a knowing that going back to you is not a choice, it's a calling. My beloved child, the divine reconnection is unfolding faster than you realize. Amen. Blessing 2020. Now hear this powerful opening because heaven just revealed your soulmate's most deeply hidden emotion. Guilt. Not the guilt of moving on. No, the guilt of abandoning a connection that never deserved to be abandoned. They realize now that you didn't lose them. They lost themselves when they walked away from you. Every night when the world quieted down, the truth echoed inside them. I should have stayed. I should have fought for us. I should have trusted the connection. But someone else's voice clouded their judgment. Someone else's insecurity became their confusion. And now they are waking up to the truth. They left the one person who genuinely cared for them. My beloved child, this guilt is transforming into determination. Amen. Blessing 2121. Listen to this brand new beginning because this is the moment everything shifts. Your soulmate is planning something. Heaven is guiding them toward a bold step, a step they avoided for far too long. They're thinking about how to approach you, what to say, how to explain everything they hid inside their heart. They're imagining your reaction, hoping you will understand the pain behind their silence. They know you didn't deserve the distance. They know your loyalty never wavered. And now they feel compelled to return, not with excuses, but with truth. A message may pop up at a time you least expect. A call may come when you're not even thinking about them. A sudden sign, a dream, a moment of divine timing will bridge the gap between you two. This isn't random. This isn't coincidence. This is heaven orchestrating reconciliation. My beloved child, prepare yourself. The reunion is not distant. It is approaching with unmistakable certainty. Amen. Blessing 22:22. My beloved child, the air around your destiny is shifting again and something huge is waiting for you. Heaven has now pushed your soulmate into the phase where avoidance is impossible. Their heart is restless. Their spirit is unsettled. Every attempt to distract themselves is failing miserably. They feel you in moments where they expect at least your energy brushing against their thoughts. Your memory returning with divine precision. Your presence echoing in their soul like a familiar song. This is not imagination. This is heaven restoring the connection that was unfairly interrupted. My beloved child, your soulmate is being spiritually pulled back into your story. Amen. Blessing 23:23. Now hear this new and piercing opening, because what's happening inside them right now is nothing short of divine intervention. They are experiencing emotional flashbacks, tiny sudden hits of you that shake them. A joke you once made, a moment you once shared, a look you once gave. It's all coming back, but this time with the weight of realization. They never truly let you go. They are remembering how safe they felt with you. How deeply they connected. How effortlessly the energy flowed. And now something inside them is whispering, this is the person I should have protected, not walked away from. Your soulmate is finally seeing how precious the connection truly was. My beloved child, their heart is awakening to a truth heaven whispered long ago. You were never a temporary chapter. You were the divine match they were meant to honor. Amen. Blessing 2400 hours 24. Now listen to this fresh beginning, because this is where the timeline accelerates. Your soulmate is preparing to re-enter your life, but not casually. Heaven is shaping their thoughts, guiding their emotions, and nudging them toward a moment of brave honesty. They're imagining themselves, reaching out to you, what they'll say, how they'll apologize, how they'll express the feelings they suppressed for so long. They're rehearsing a message. They're drafting words in their mind. They're replaying how they left things, realizing they owe you more than silence. And the more they think about you, the stronger the urge becomes to break the distance once and for all. Heaven is orchestrating an encounter that will reopen everything that was closed. My beloved child, what's coming toward you is not confusion. It's clarity. Closure and reconnection woven perfectly, by divine timing. Amen. Blessing 2525. My beloved child, stay focused, because something huge is waiting for you. And this part carries the most intense shift yet. Heaven has now placed your soulmate in a position where they can no longer escape the truth. Your energy is surrounding them from every direction. Even in crowded rooms, they feel your absence louder than any noise. Even in laughter, they sense the emptiness of losing someone whose presence felt divinely assigned. Their heart is trembling with a realization that keeps growing. Walking away from you was not a separation. It was a spiritual mistake. And heaven is now correcting that mistake. My beloved child, destiny is tightening the space between you and your soulmate. Amen. Blessing 2626. Now hear this powerful opening because your soulmate is entering the emotional breakdown phase. The one heaven uses before the breakthrough. They are fighting a storm inside them right now. Memories of you are no longer subtle. They come like waves. Sharp, vivid, unstoppable. They remember your kindness, your patience, your softness, your strength. And with every memory, their regret deepens. They are realizing how courage would have kept you together, how honesty would have saved the connection, how loyalty would have protected the love that was meant to grow. Someone told them to forget you. But heaven is reminding them that forgetting you is impossible. Their soul is tired of pretending, tired of hiding, tired of carrying a love that refuses to die. My beloved child, they are preparing to confront the truth they've avoided for far too long. Amen. Blessing 27:27. Now listen to this fresh beginning because this is the moment where movement starts. Your soulmate is considering a step that will shock even themselves. Their heart is pushing them toward an action they never thought they'd take. A confession, a message, a sudden return. They want to pour out everything. The pain, the confusion, the pressure they felt, the manipulation they now understand, and the love they still hold. For you. They are imagining the moment they finally tell you, "I never wanted to lose you. I was told to let go, but my heart never did." Heaven is preparing the path, removing obstacles, clearing emotional fog, and placing divine timing directly in front of them. This reconnection isn't just emotional anymore. It's entering the physical world with unstoppable force. My beloved child, you are standing at the edge of restoration. And your soulmate is closer than you think. Their return is not a dream. It is a divine decision. Amen. Blessing 28:28. My beloved child, be still for a moment because something huge is waiting for you and heaven is now entering the final stage of this divine reconnection. Your soulmate can no longer carry the burden of silence. Their spirit is restless. Their emotions are overflowing and their heart is trembling with the force of everything they never said. The universe has pulled them into a corner where the only way out is toward you. They are realizing that the love they tried to bury has risen stronger than ever, untouched, undefeated, unforgettable. My beloved child, heaven is guiding them straight back into your life with divine accuracy. Amen. Blessing 29:29. Now hear this completely new opening because this is the point your soulmate's resistance finally breaks. Last night, something powerful happened to them. A dream, a sign, a sudden emotional hit that brought your name to their lips before they even woke up. It wasn't random. It wasn't imagination, it was heaven showing them that the path they chose under pressure was never the path their soul agreed to. They woke up with a heaviness in their chest, a longing sharp enough to shake them. They felt your presence as if you were standing right next to them. They heard their own heart say, "Why did I let them go? Why did I listen? Why did I walk away from the one person who never betrayed me?" This realization has cracked them open emotionally. They are feeling everything. Regret, guilt, longing, hope all at once. My beloved child, this emotional breaking is the sign heaven was waiting for. Amen. Blessing 3030. Now listen to this fresh beginning because this is the part where destiny becomes unstoppable. Your soulmate is planning their return with seriousness, not impulse. They are thinking deeply about how to approach you. Not casually, not playfully, but with the honesty you deserved from the beginning. They're preparing to say words they were once too afraid to speak. They're ready to explain who influenced them, why they acted distant, and how much pain they carried while pretending to be fine. And here's the twist heaven is revealing. They fear losing you more than they fear rejection. This fear is pushing them into action. This fear is shaking them awake. This fear is turning into courage. They're imagining sending you a message, rehearsing how they'll confess the truth, hoping you'll hear the sincerity behind every word. My beloved child, heaven has placed the urgency of reconnection inside their soul. Strong, loud, irresistible. What's coming next is a moment you will remember for the rest of your life. Amen. Blessing 3131. Subscribe our channel for daily prayer prophetic.